Alright, so this video on how to replace the shifter on this is a 2001 F250 because Ford's great design on having the wires come out right there. Every time you pull it in and out of gear, it hits and starts cutting. It's it decided to start raining on me when I was doing this, so of course it's going to pick up. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see if it'll die down. Okay, so now that the rain has died down, already got the two dash pieces off. It's just, or the steering column pieces, whatever the hell you want to call them. It's just 3 screws down here on the bottom. It goes up like that, and there's those three screws there. Those little holes to take your ignition out. You can see my ignition is out, but my ignition is still on because the way you have to turn it. Your little steering wheel adjuster just unscrews. And what you want to do is tilt the wheel up, unscrew this, pull all the stuff off, and then screw this back in and tilt it down so that you can get the top piece up out of here, and so you can access your plug-in just a little easier for your shifter. Here is the new shifter. As you can see, the wires are not frayed. Here's the old shifter that I just took out. Right there, as you can see, that's what that does. And that's just from it rubbing on when this is set up on top of the wheel. It's from it rubbing right here. So I thought about cutting it out, but I think what I'm going to do is run a little bit of electrical tape just right around there real quick, and see if that doesn't help. If not, I'll just cut the damn thing out. I don't really care. So to get the shifter actually out, there's a pin that goes through there, through this hole here. Here's the pin, and it's literally just tapped in there. So you just take a flathead or whatever and just tap it out, and once you get it tapped out far enough, it will just pull out, and then the shifter will pull out with it. You disconnect the shifter from the little plug-in there, and then you, well, reinstall. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't find some electrical tape to put on there. Should have some at the house. And then I'm going to put the shifter back in there, put the pin in, and we're pretty much going to start putting everything back together. Okay, so I got my little piece of electrical tape on there and got it set back in. What I learned is, while you're putting this in, you got to get your flat tip screwdriver and pull this little key thing out a little bit. That's what locks it in there. So you just got to pull that out while you're pushing down, and it will set into place. We're going to line up the hole. You can see holes lined up, so we're going to go ahead and put the pin in. It goes in with the little flared side up top. That's my vacuum pump. So let's see if we can wiggle it a little bit. There it goes. All in there. Give it a tap with the hammer. There she goes. She just comes right out the other side there. Damn camera won't focus. Okay. So as you can see, pulls in, and I don't have my foot on the brake, so it's not going to do that. And then take your little cover. Oh shit, I think I was supposed to put the, no I wasn't. Take your cover, and this little guy, if I can get it to, sets on top of this pin here. Now, let's do the other side first. This little guy is a clip style slide in. See how it just, that's it right there. And then this pin, I'll run that wire over there. The pin, sorry about the crappy camera angles. sits in there. I can't fucking see. Okay, so got all that on there. The bottom piece, one screw in so far, and the tilt adjustment. So actually what we're going to do is tilt it up. Sorry, I put the phone down. Tilt it up. We're going to go ahead and reinstall the ignition. Okay, so I forgot to explain to y'all how to get this out. What you got to do is put your key in the ignition, turn it over to where the gauges come on, where you have your battery light and oil light there, and you'll see this little button here. Just take a screwdriver that's small enough and push it in and pull outwards on the ignition. The whole ignition will come out. Hence why the truck is still on. So I think I'm hitting buttons on my remote for the other cars. But oh, maybe we're not going to reinstall the ignition. That's kind of in the way there, isn't it? Alright, let's get that out of the way and then we'll reinstall it. Alright, so after some frustration with this cover BS, I got it on there, and my wire for the little reminder, ding ding ding, blah blah blah, you know, that is just a little wire inside that ignition column, and it fell out. So I just took it out and taped it because it kind of broke the little thing. So now when I have my key in and my door open, it doesn't ding. So it's kind of a win-lose situation. I lost the ability to remember my keys, but I gained the silence. So I'll take it. Anyway, so new shifter's in, looks good. And that just, all that does is just slide, that ignition just slides in there. So it's actually a fairly simple process. I really couldn't find any videos on an F250 doing it, so I hope this helps some. ABS light is on. This one over here is the wire's broken from running a little bit of a larger tire. No big deal. Oh well. That's good there. And it's actually a little sturdier now after I replaced it. So I'm pretty happy about that. All my stuff still works. Blinkers and shit, so let's turn it off. I guess let's make sure we're not, it didn't throw, maybe it might have thrown a code. Concealed maintenance, yeah, no. Should just have one code, which is my water and fuel indicator circuits. Does not work. It's alright for now. Come on, all the way back. Let's take it around. I gotta move that to the front anyway, so. Now that that works, shut up. I need to remove that too. Maybe my trailer lights will work now, because all I get is the right blinker and right brake light. That's it, nothing else. So it did finally stop raining here. Well, I guess my dad is home. It's definitely working, so. There, Max. Go ahead. Pretty low on fuel. I need to go get some. I can hear it trying to die on me. But anyway, so that's that. It wasn't very difficult. It took me about 30 minutes since I've never done it before. Don't back into it, but into it. I don't know. Anyway, so on. Overdrive is on now. Come on, damn you. What's up? Oh. Aha! Very happy, very happy. Simple install, cost me $65 on Amazon. Cost me all in all, I don't like how close that is there. All in all, $70, $75 for shipping and stuff. So anyway. There's the old part. That's it.